Good morning, young friends. Today I am going to start a lesson from class 10 science books, chapter 1, chemical reaction and equation. Though it is from class 10 book, the class 9 students also can read. Class 7 onwards students, class 7, 8, 9, 10, all students can read this chapter. The contents of this chapter are there in their books also. So, the name of the chapter is Chemical Reaction and Equation. Whenever a chemical change occurs, we can say that a chemical reaction has taken place. How do we come to know that a chemical reaction occurs? Whenever a chemical change occurs, we can say that a chemical reaction has taken place. We can say that any of the following observation help us to determine whether a chemical reaction has taken place or not. The steps are: change in state, change in color, evolution of gas, evolution of a gas. Number 4, change in temperature, in temperature. So, when a magnesium ribbon is burnt in presence of oxygen, the magnesium ribbon burns with a dazzling white flame and changes into a white powder. The powder is nothing but magnesium oxide. It is formed due to the reaction between magnesium and oxygen present in the air. Now, when magnesium in presence of oxygen in the air react, it produces magnesium oxide. Here, the magnesium in presence of oxygen burns with a dazzling white flame, and the magnesium flame turns into a powder. This powder is nothing but magnesium oxide. So, magnesium, the symbol of magnesium is Mg plus O2 oxygen. In the air it burns and produces magnesium oxide. So here you put 2 and here 2. So this is the chemical reaction. So my dear student, look at the board. I am going to describe about chemical reaction. Here magnesium react with oxygen to produce magnesium oxide. These things in short form in equation we can write this. See, on the left hand parts the reactants, these are called reactants. That means magnesium and oxygen participate in the reaction, so they are called reactants, and they are shown with a plus sign. This plus sign indicates that magnesium and oxygen are the reactant taking parts in the reaction. With the arrow sign, the arrow head towards the right hand side indicates that these are the product of the reaction. These are called product of the reaction. Magnesium oxide, here in this equation magnesium oxide is the product. So magnesium and oxygen taking part in the reaction, they are called reactants. Arrow sign indicates that towards the right hand side products are produced as a result of the reaction takes place. So product is magnesium oxide. So these things is written in your book also. The substances that undergo chemical change in the reaction, magnesium and oxygen are the reactants. The new substance magnesium oxide formed during the reaction is the product. The arrowhead points towards the products and shows the direction of the reaction. Now we are moving to the next headline. Chemical equations can be made more concise and useful if we use chemical formulae instead of words. A chemical equation represents a chemical reaction. If you recall formulae of magnesium, oxygen and magnesium oxide, the above word equation can be written as magnesium plus oxygen. When react, it gives a product called magnesium oxide. Here on the left hand side, these are the reactant, and on the right hand side it is product. So my dear student, law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass indicates that mass can neither be created or nor destroyed. Mass can neither be created or nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. Law of conservation of mass. It indicates that mass can neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. The total mass of the elements present in the products of a chemical reaction has to be equal to the total mass of the elements present in the reactants. So, if we take the example of magnesium and oxygen, the total mass of the elements present in the product, this is the product. Total mass of the element present in the product of a chemical reaction has to be equal to the total mass of the elements present in the reactants. This is the reactant. Now, my dear student, here in this equation you see how many atoms are there in the reactant of magnesium atom. There is only one magnesium atom. Here, how many oxygen atoms are there? 2 atoms. Now, here magnesium atom 1, oxygen atom is also 1. So, it has to be balanced because according to the law of conservation of mass, the mass should be equal on both sides of the reaction. So to make the oxygen atom 2, we have to multiply 2 here. So oxygen is 2 here again. Here is also 2. But magnesium, there are 2. Magnesium atom are 2. So here we have to multiply it by 2 to the magnesium so that they make equal. Now you see magnesium are also 2. Oxygen are also 2. Here magnesium 2. Oxygen are also 2. So it is called balancing of equation. So in your book it is nicely given that the number of atoms of each element remains the same before and after a chemical reaction. The number of atoms before and after remain same before and after a chemical reaction. Take another example of chemical equation. Zinc react with sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid to produce zinc sulfate and hydrogen. Symbolically, we can write this chemical equation like this: zinc plus chemical formula of sulfuric acid is H2SO4. When reaction takes place between them, zinc sulfate ZnSO4. Zinc sulfate. The chemical formula of zinc sulfate is ZnSO4 plus hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas goes to the atmosphere. Now you examine element are there: zinc, hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen. Reactant and product. Now you see in reactant place, this is the reactant place. This is the reactant place. These are two reactant. And this is products. So how many zinc atom are there in reactant? There is only 1. How many hydrogen are there? 2. Hydrogen are 2. Zinc is 1. Sulfur is 1. Oxygen is 4. And on the other side, on right hand side, the products are there. Now see how many atoms of zinc are there? There is only 1. How many sulfur? 1 sulfur. How many oxygen? In place of oxygen, 4 oxygen. And how many hydrogen gas? Molecular atom? 2. So on the both side, reactant and products, the number of atoms of the elements are same. So here it is nicely written that the number of atoms of each element remains the same before and after a chemical equation. Now let us see another example. Iron, the symbol of iron is Fe plus water is to O. When iron react with water, it produces ferrosulfuric oxide plus hydrogen gas. Now, in this equation, what are the elements? Elements are iron, hydrogen, oxygen. What are the reactant? Product. As you know, how many atom of iron is there? There is only one. How many hydrogen? There are two atoms. How many oxygen? There is only one oxygen. But in products, how many iron are there? 3. How many oxygen? 4. How many hydrogen? 2. Now these are not equal. So it is required to be balanced. It is often convenient to start balancing with the compound that contains the maximum number of atoms. It may be a reactant or a product. In that compound, select the element which has the maximum number of atoms. So, here you see maximum number of atoms are here in oxygen. To equalize the number of atoms, it must be remembered that we cannot alter the formulae of the compounds or elements involved in the reaction. For example, to balance oxygen atom, we can put coefficient 4 as 4H2O and not H2O4 or H2O4 whole. How can we balance it? Maximum number of atoms are there O4. So to make it 4, we will multiply water with 4. 4 is the coefficient. So 4. How many oxygen on the reactant place now? Oxygen are 4. Hydrogen are 4 to the 8. So here we have to multiply with 4. The coefficient of hydrogen is also 4. 4 into 2 is equal to 8. Now how many iron atom are there? 3. So if we multiply iron in the reactant place with 3 molecule atom, it will be balanced. Now you see how many atom of iron are there in the reactant place? 3. How many hydrogen are there? 4 to the 8. How many oxygen are there? 4 1 the 4. There is nothing but here it is 1, that means 4 1 the 4 atom of oxygen. Here you see iron is 3, oxygen is 4, hydrogen 4 to the 8. So the left hand side and right hand side of the mass of the element are remain same. You are taught how to write the symbols of physical states. Now physical states means what? Physical states of an element. Physical states of an element means whether an element is gaseous, liquid, odor, gaseous, liquid, odorless or odorful, solid. In what state an element take part in the reaction and produce the product. Now iron is here gaseous, liquid or solid. Yes, it is solid. In the chemical reaction we write near it. Here water is heated. This is gaseous. The G indicate gaseous. Iron oxide, it is solid. Hydrogen, it is gaseous. Writing near the elements states that whether in what physical states the elements and the products are there. So iron is solid here in the reactant and water is gaseous. The products, iron oxide is solid whereas the hydrogen is gaseous. We can learn from the chemical reaction. And you remember that when in a chemical reaction, temperature, pressure, catalyst, etc. are also involved. For example, the carbon dioxide when react with water in green plants, sunlight is required. And chlorophyll involved in this reaction, and as a result C6H12O6, the glucose is produced and oxygen is released, and also water. So here in this reaction you see carbon dioxide is gas, water is liquid. This is aqueous, aqueous. This is gas, oxygen is gas, water is also liquid. From this reaction we can understand that carbon dioxide is gas taken in by the plants, water absorbed from the soil, this is liquid. In presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, glucose is produced, which is aqueous, oxygen is released, this is gas, and water is liquid. In the form of liquid it is produced. Now can you balance the equation? So what is the maximum number? Here oxygen is 2, hydrogen is 2, here carbon is 6, hydrogen is 12. So hydrogen is 12. This is the maximum atom. To make hydrogen equal to the reactant, so here hydrogen coefficient with 6 we have to multiply. 6 to the 12. Hydrogen is 12 now, equal to it. Oxygen is how much? 6 atom. So oxygen here are 6 and 2 8. So here 6 and 2 8 and 1 9. Carbon is 6. So make this multiplied with 6. 6 carbon, 6 to the 12. Oxygen. 6 carbon, 12 hydrogen. Oxygen is 6. Hydrogen 12. 6 to the 12. 6 O2. 6 is 2. 6. 6 to the 12. 12 oxygen. 6 to the 12 oxygen. 6, 12. So here you write element, reactant and product. Elements are carbon, oxygen, hydrogen. In reactant, how many we found? 6 carbon. Oxygen, 6 to the 12 plus 6. So 18. Hydrogen, here product carbon 6. Hydrogen 6 to the 12, 6 to the 12, 12, 12, 24. This is dissimilar. Hydrogen 24. Hydrogen 24. To make it equal, we have to multiply it by 12 here. 12 hydrogen to the 24. So oxygen how much? Here 6 oxygen, here 6 to the 12 oxygen, 12 and 6 18, 18 plus 6 24. Here are 24. So how many here? 6 to the 12 plus 12 on the 12 is 24. Now the equation we can call it is balanced. So we are trying to balance it. So this is known as balancing chemical equation. This method of balancing chemical equation is called heat and trial method. So my dear students, now I am turning over the page. You to turn over the page number 6. Types of chemical reaction: combination reaction, substitute reaction, and there are many other kind of reactions. Now we are going to learn more about types of chemical reaction, combination reaction, and decomposition reaction. A reaction in which a single product is formed from two or more reactants is known as combination reaction. So a reaction in which a single product is formed from two or more reactants is known as combination reaction. Suppose calcium oxide, this is a solid. When react with water, H2O, it is liquid. Calcium hydroxide, CaOH2, calcium hydroxide, it is aqueous. Single product is produced. This is called combination reaction. Calcium oxide is solid. It is known as quicklime. Water is liquid and calcium oxide is aqueous, and it is known as slaked lime. SLACKED, slaked lime. Now, calcium oxide reacts with water vigorously to produce slaked lime, calcium hydroxide, releasing a large amount of heat. heat is produced in this reaction. I will show practically. This is quicklime. This is quicklime. 1 or 2 pieces I will take. This is beaker. This is beaker. We are taking 1 or 2 pieces of quicklime here. Now I will pour water, normal water, into the quicklime, calcium oxide. This is nothing but calcium oxide, CaO. Now water H2O. This is liquid, this is solid. So I will pour water into it. Now wait for some times. It will produce calcium oxide, and in the reaction heat will evolve. Now you see it's boiling. It's produced the heat. I cannot touch the beaker. So heat. Don't practice at home without care of your parents. It is very hot. I cannot touch it. So it is calcium hydroxide produced from calcium oxide and water, and heat is produced. Very hot.